Welcome to the Debt-Free Discovery. This is Michael Sokolic Jr., MSJR, financial coach, where we learn that all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Debt is dumb. Let's learn how to crush it, stay out of it, and never go back into it. We're going to learn how to give generously beyond your wildest imagination. These are all biblical principles that have stood up to the test of time. Get ready. This is the start of the Debt-Free Discovery.
Whew! I'm sorry I'm late. Oh my goodness. But here I am. So for like the first 3 or 4 seconds, you guys were waiting for me. Like I was just that much late. I am so sorry. I hope that you would forgive me. You see, that's what happens when we're late making our credit card payments. In 2020, credit card companies made $12 billion in late fees. That is profit. That's pure profit. $12 billion in late fees. Can you imagine that? Every time you're late, they charge you. Now, are you going to charge me because I was late entering this video? I really hope not. I hope you like and subscribe to this channel and to this video. But that's the thing, guys, is so many people say, I can manage a credit card. There's $12 billion in late fees. Come on, man. Instead of feeding credit cards into people's minds and the use of credit cards and the points and the perks, we need to be feeding into people's minds the reality that this can destroy your life. This can destroy your family. This can destroy the legacy that you leave behind. You might not be able to afford dance for your child because you have so many credit card bills and you're late on all of them. Can you imagine that? Wow. What about just spending quality time with your kids? What if your son plays baseball and you have a heart for baseball, but you can't coach, dads? You can't coach your son's team because you're too busy making late payments or trying not to make a late payment to a credit card company. If you are submerged in debt in any way, shape, or form, you're a slave. Sorry, it's the truth. You're a slave. The borrower is slave to the lender. Why? Because the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Proverbs 22:7. You should check it out sometime. Not a believer in that stuff? Don't worry. You're still a slave. That's right. You're still a slave. If you owe somebody something, they're your master. You work until it's paid for. That's being a slave to somebody. That's being somebody's servant. I don't know about you, but I don't have time for that kind of stuff. Let's get a plan put together. What can you do? What can you do to get yourself out of that situation? The first step is to sit down and take a look at your budget. Pull together everything that you pay for. Pull it all together. Look through that and say, what in here is completely unnecessary? Netflix, you don't need it. Xbox subscriptions, you don't need those. Sirius XM in your car, you don't need that either. There are lots and lots of things you don't need, but it's put into your brain that you need it, but it's not. You really don't. Give these things up. They are temporary. Just give it up. It's just a short time. You can get it back later. Once you have narrowed down your budget and you see, okay, great, if I get rid of all of this stuff, I can attack my debt. How do you attack your debt? There's 2 methods to doing this. 3 methods to doing this. Paying the debt as you feel like, however, in whatever way, shape, or form that you feel like doing. Bad idea. There's the avalanche method, which is where you line up all the different interest rates and you're mathematically correct because mathematically you're going to save the most money this way. Well, you suck at math because you're in debt and you're compounding against yourself. So let's just cut the math out of this. Let's not do difficult math, okay? We're doing addition, subtraction, and getting a budget to where we are in the positive, not in the negative. The last method is called the snowball. People love the snowball method. Other people hate the snowball method. Well, guess what? They can keep the avalanche, okay? But when it comes to your behavior and feelings, your emotions, your mental state, the snowball is the way to go. Mathematicians across the country understand this. CPAs understand this. Math nerds understand this because they know that your feelings that you have inside have way more effect on you actually paying off your debt than the mathematical equations behind the avalanche method. I encourage the snowball method. Why is that? Because results create momentum. If you can get yourself into a position, okay, I'm going to pay off that $200 credit card this month. When it's paid off, oh man, you're going to be so excited. It is going to be awesome. Then guess what? You're going to go to the next largest one. You're going to roll over that minimum payment into this one here, into that minimum payment. So now it's going to be like this larger payment, and it's going to get paid off. And you're going to roll that into the next one, and that one's going to get paid off. You rolled into the next one, and that one gets paid off. You keep rolling and keep rolling and you keep rolling, and bam, you got a giant snowball. And guess what? Next thing you know, you're done. You're done with your debt. And then it's time to move on. So for more information on how to do this, reach out to MSJR Financial Coaching. My name is Michael Sokolik Jr. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Would love to get you guys and gals listening there. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on social media, subscribe to this channel, and check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. God bless you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery. Don't forget that diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in slave labor. We hope that you learned something today that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Remember, debt is dumb. Don't forget to crush it, stay out, and never go back in. Also, give generously. It's not yours to keep. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery.